And just like that, we back. And just like that, we back. And just like that, and just like that, and just like that, we back. Mm. Peace and love, beautiful beings. What it do, world? It's your girl tonight. Welcome back to the God of Enlightenment. This is episode 3 of our series, Justified, where we go into detail and we talk about, baby, what are some of the things that the world is using as weapons for injustice? And this week is no different. We're going to be talking about holidays, right? Or should I say holy days, right? Holy are the days that never needed to be needed. What you say? Holy are the days that never needed to be needed, right? What is it? What is the definition of a holiday? This is my own personal definition of a holiday. You will not find it in any Webster or otherwise dictionary. You won't find it on Google. You won't find it elsewhere, okay? Holiday. Is you ready or is you ain't? Is you is or is you is? The celebration. Y'all see that we're picking up? The celebration of a historically, often religious, tradition to commence, to connect or reconnect or relive something that is perceived to be this honorable moment in time, right? When you think 1:44 on the clock. So when you think holiday, you think Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving, and Halloween. You think 4th of July, Memorial Day. You think Martin Luther King Day. You got all these different holidays, baby. We'll give you that definition one more time. It is the celebration of a historically, often religious, not always, but often religiously connected, right? Tradition where you commence, relive, connect, or reconnect to this perceived, right? You connect to something that is this perceived honorable moment in time. So many people are giving their power away. Every single moment, every single time that you decide to celebrate a holy days that is not in honor of authentic truth. I'm not even going to go into anything about ethnicity or nationality. I'm not going to talk about race. I'm not going to talk about any of that. I'm just going to simply give you the facts. Holy. When you look up the word holy, the literal etymology of the word from way back from when, right? It literally means divine. It literally means divine. It literally means sacred one. It literally means it represents wholeness and health, right? Health, well-being, wealth, wholeness, right? That's what it means to be holy. And then you have daze, D-A-Z-E, which means to become weary or to become exhausted. So every time you're like, oh, this holiday is coming up, what you're really saying is, I'm so excited. My sacred, my holy self, I am so excited to become weary. I'm so excited to become exhausted, right? The quote I started with, on personal quote, holy are the days, 411 on the clock, holy are the days, D-A-Z-E, that never needed to be needed. Holy are the days. Because why do we need to be exhausted? Why do we look forward to the weariness? Every person that I ever talked to around Christmas time, Thanksgiving time, New Year's time, that whole season of November, December, and January, people come out of that time of life exhausted, needing a reset, needing to recharge, needing to reconnect, right? And then you must ask yourself, what are you in need of reconnecting to if the only thing you were doing was celebrating these historically traditional things that are already a part of who you already are anyway? How are you needing to reconnect with yourself when the only thing you were doing was celebrating holidays, right? Which takes me to my next point. When you are celebrating a holiday, you are celebrating something that is literally outside of yourself. Anything that goes against spiritual law, anything that goes against your authentic truth, anything that your spirit says no to that you continue to do, you are literally disconnecting yourself, disconnecting from self, disembodying from self. Literally, you are disembodying from self. There are certain things that goes against your spirit, and ignoring her, your spirit, will always result in a disaster. Sometimes it just takes longer to see it. When you are constantly reaffirming, reconnecting, recommencing yourself to these different holidays, you know what you're doing? You're giving permission to what I like to call the powers that be to continue to have access to your divinity, to continue to have access to your sacredness, to continue to have access to your authenticity. You may be asking, how in the world does any of this connect to being unjust? When you are not allowed to be yourself and you are being forced to live in this world in a way that is not truly you, guess what? Guess who wins? Not you. Because guess where your wealth lies? Guess where your peace lies? Guess where your peace lies? Guess where your wealth lies? Guess where your best life, your soft girl life, right? Your gentle life. Guess where that easy lifestyle that yes, you deserve to live, it lives inside of you being you. So every time you choose to celebrate the holidays, right? Every time you say, I'm so excited to be exhausted, that's what you're saying. That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying, right? So have you ever celebrated a holiday and then afterwards you felt drained? Have you ever had these dreams or visions or messages that you hear clearly as you're hearing the sound of my voice right now, but then it goes against your tradition or what you perceive to be the holiday, the tradition of a holiday that you celebrate? Have you ever felt zombified? Literally, just like you're going through the tradition. I mean, you're going through the motions, right? And calling it tradition. Oh, that's good. Going through the motions and calling it tradition. That's good. Going through the motions and calling it tradition. That's what a holiday is. That's good, spirit. Listen, I'm going to end this message with this. 8:14 on the clock. You are the sacred, and the honor is in you. You are the holy that the weary or the exhaust could never touch, not without your permission at least. Every time you say yes to the way they say celebrate, your energy is being disempowered from you. And before I get off of here, I want to make one thing clear. We all love to celebrate. We all love a good party. We all love to dance. We all love to commune and connect with our people, with our family, with our loved ones. And I would never ask, request, or require that from you. What I will do though, is I will challenge you to ask yourself, in what ways have I been celebrating or believing myself to celebrate a holiday, thinking that it is a tradition that honors who you are, when in actuality, it goes against everything that is truly you? And what ways am I celebrating or believing myself to celebrate me, my ancestors, my elders, and the traditions that came before me? In what way do I think I'm celebrating? but really I'm being disempowered. Really I'm being disembodied. Really I am being dissuaded from being my true self. I'm not here to tell anybody what to do. I'm just here to point out the truth. Injustice is being used in different forms of different weapons. Holidays is just one of the many. If you haven't watched our first 2 episodes on beauty and truth, be sure to tune in to those things. You can find it on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and on the blog, where we are the God of Enlightenment everywhere. Okay? Thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't already heard today, baby, you are beautiful. You are amazing. And I love you. Be sure to tell a friend to tag a friend and tag a friend to tell a friend. Until next time, keep being you. Say no to the days. Until next time.